My girlfriend is forcing me to let her drive my father's Ferrari and told the whole campus that she's throwing away a party at our house. So my father hired a security and stopped her from fantasizing. I paid for everything all the time. Anytime we went out on a date, I footed the bill. I didn't think much of it because I have so much, and she doesn't. So I thought it was natural, and I was just a good boyfriend to foot the bill. I drove her around everywhere. She would often guilt me into getting something for her if she wanted something. Sometimes, this was things like $200 necklace or $50 for makeup for the weekend. I got her the latest iPhone for Christmas. She never brought me anything. Not once. Not even a handmade gift or a small thoughtful gift. Not even a flower she picked. It didn't need to be elaborate or expensive, but she didn't even get me something to show she was thinking about me. I don't want to try and measure our relationship based on material things, though, so I let that go. She would often tease me and make fun of me for being a spoiled rich daddy boy and for going to an expensive, exclusive private school. She made fun of me because my dad bought me a Mercedes, but she never had problem with me driving her around in it. She would make fun of me for taking school seriously, maintaining a 4.0, and turning down parties or other things because I had papers to write or tests to study for. She often told me I didn't know what the real world was like because I grew up in a wealthy neighborhood around rich people and didn't know what the world was like. She was right about that. I grew up a lot more sheltered than average people and with a lot more. Most people don't get Mercedes for their 16th birthday, ski trips to the Alps, or summer trips to St. Bart's. I know that's not normal. I don't know what normal is. So I took her word that I had a sheltered life, and she knew better about the real world. She introduced me to her friends as her hot, rich boyfriend, which I assumed was supposed to be a compliment. She never said these things in a way that seemed overtly insulting. She always said it as a joke with a smile. So I trusted that she cared about me and that this was all just a difference in our upbringing. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I was probably naive. Anyway, my dad is wealthy, not like mega-rich billionaire wealthy, but pretty damn rich. My dad owns this Ferrari V12 supercar that he loves. He takes it out to drive a few times a month when he can and usually likes to take it to a local track. He's very protective of that car and doesn't want anyone driving it. He let me drive it once at his track, and I had a race car driver instructor with me. But, honestly, I am quite afraid of it. It's really powerful, and there are more cars than I can handle. She saw my dad's car when she was over and asked me if she could drive it. I told her she would have to ask my dad because it's his, not mine, but I don't think he would let her because my dad doesn't want anyone driving it. Anyway, she left it alone. She brought it up with my dad later, but he said no. My dad said he let me drive it once on a track with a race driver in the passenger seat and didn't trust anyone else to drive it. So my dad went out of town, and now my girlfriend is asking me to let her drive the car while my dad is gone. She keeps asking me where the keys are and if I can just take them for a spin, and I keep telling her no. And it makes me uncomfortable, so she keeps asking. Finally, she got mad at me and told me to F you and said I should be supportive of her, that I should understand she doesn't have a rich family and will probably never have this opportunity again, and that if I loved her, I would do this for her. I don't know. I get that she doesn't have another chance to drive this car, but it's just a car, and my dad would be pissed if I let her. Update. My girlfriend texted me about throwing a party at my house while my dad was gone. I said no. I've been to high school ragers, and I know what happens, and I don't want my house trashed. So I told her this, and she gave me a line she often used with me about needing to have more fun. I told her I didn't think cleaning up my dad's wrecked house was fun. She left it alone, or so I thought. I was in school the next day, and one of my best friends approached me. He was rather mad and wanted to know why I hadn't told him about the party first. I was surprised. I told him there was no party and wanted to know where he heard that from, but I knew where it ultimately came from. He told me he heard from his friend who went to my ex-school and that everyone there was talking about it, and it had spread to the school. I knew it was her, so I called her. She admitted that she had told everyone I was having a rager and started telling everyone this when she was at school the previous day before she had even asked me about it.